Salut à toutes et à tous. Alors on prend les épisodes de Vampyr, on part sur l'épisode numéro 4. Donc ce qu'on va faire actuellement, c'est très simple. On va commencer la vidéo. Ce sera une vidéo plutôt longue, donc vous avez la durée de la vidéo, vu que vous l'avez ouverte, voilà. On va partir sur Soif éternelle, on est encore dans l'acte numéro 1. Il y a plusieurs actes dans le jeu. Et voilà. Alors, la dernière fois, qu'est-ce qu'on a fait? La dernière fois, on n'a pas beaucoup avancé. En fait, on est toujours en train de chercher l'assassin, le meurtrier de tous les gens qui ont été assassinés dernièrement. Donc voilà, on va avancer. Ok. On est arrivé où déjà? Rat et refuge. Donc on n'a pas passé la nuit. Voilà. Chose qu'on va pas faire tout de suite. Duck Nord.
I cannot enter. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it.
Tube de
The
plomb.
scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Ok. Toujours du sang. Une arme à deux mains. Donc pour l'améliorer, je suppose qu'on peut pas pour le moment. Sûr, sinon ce serait trop facile. Est-ce qu'on peut améliorer ça? On peut pas améliorer des trucs quand on est dehors. Si, on peut améliorer ça. Mais quand on est dehors, on peut pas. Est-ce qu'on améliore ça et on repart
It's
ou...
locked, all right.
Ouais, on va y aller.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend.
William,
This creature is
I can't
bedeviled.
feel it.
I must put it down.
Ok. Il est très résistant, mais pas à ça. Voilà. Et c'est là où on gagne un gourdin usé. Bien.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
De l'argent, des shillings.
Let me go.
Ok, il y a un gars qu'on va sauver, mais tout d'abord on va auto-vérifier.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ouais, une vampire. Cool. On n'est pas le seul vampire de ce monde. Bien. Comme ça, notre perso il se sentira moins seul. On va relever Sean.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Ouais. Lui, j'ai
Patience,
toujours
good
l'impression
fellows,
qu'il a
I've
du
come
fumé
to
à
offer
tuer.
help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Inspecter la victime. Voir, regardez-moi tout ce sang. Si c'était buvable, ce serait le paradis pour un vampire, mais c'est pas buvable apparemment.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Échantillon de sang de William Bishop.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
On va partir avec lui du coup. C'est pas le soleil, je vous rassure, c'est juste de la lumière.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
Ok.
Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book. The beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Cool. Ça c'est cool.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship isn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Ouais. À l'hôpital et vite.
I cannot enter.
Pembroke Hospital. État satisfaisant. Un peu bizarre par rapport aux autres cités, mais bon, pourquoi pas, en vrai. Ah ouais, je vois. C'est la seule cité avec un état satisfaisant.
It's my turn.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Alors, la qualité du sang indique la quantité d'expérience que vous pourrez tirer d'un citoyen. Plus la qualité du sang est bonne, plus la quantité d'expérience reçue est importante. Avant de boire le sang d'une proie, vous devez d'abord la charmer pour l'attirer vers un lieu à l'abri des regards. Votre niveau de charme doit être supérieur ou égal à la résistance de ce citoyen. Appuyez sur L1 pour charmer clé. Une fois qu'on a charmé un survivant, ça devient notre jouet. Et on doit suivre les traces de sang pour décider de soit le tuer discrètement, soit l'aider, ce genre de choses. Alors, soif de sang. Appuyez sur X pour éteindre clé Clocks ou appuyez sur rang pour le relâcher. Éteindre clé Clocks vous fera gagner énormément d'expérience, mais cela aura des conséquences sur la suite de l'aventure. En apprendre plus sur les citoyens et récupérer leurs indices augmente la quantité d'expérience que vous obtiendrez. Donc, on peut le tuer, mais pas tout de suite.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Du coup, là, on l'a épargné.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
It's locked.
Pénétrer dans le Pembroke Hospital.
Did I black out? Whoa, I feel giddy.
Ok, mal. À l'hôpital est vite. Quand on appuie sur rang et qu'on peut pas esquiver, ça veut tout simplement dire qu'il y a des humains tout autour qui vont nous voir. Alors ça, c'est l'hôpital en question. Il est énorme.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
J'ai quelques questions.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Quel genre de personne est le docteur Swansea?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Ok.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Ok.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Bien. L'hôpital ne peut plus accepter de nouveaux patients à cause de l'épidémie de grippe. Hôpital complet. Veuillez rentrer chez vous. Ah ah. Ouais. Ok, cool. C'est qui ça?
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Bon, votre vie à Londres. Quelle est la situation
How
ici?
are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Pour la charmer, alors là, ça va prendre du temps. Cet hôpital peut-il survivre à l'épidémie?
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Un ennemi
invisible
invisible.
enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ok. Corcoran se tue à la tâche et refuse d'arrêter de travailler. Ok. Corcoran Tippett, enchanté.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Alors, on a fait le tour. Questions personnelles, on ne peut pas encore les poser.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Ah, le fameux dont elle était en train de nous parler.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Question personnelle, on ne peut pas encore en poser. Votre vie à Londres, alors.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Ok. Est convaincu que elle est surqualifiée pour son poste d'infirmière.
I'll go even...
Et des détails sur elle. Est surqualifiée pour son poste d'infirmière selon les dires de Corcoran Tippets.
And further, if she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Ok.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
You've nothing to prove, Dr. Tippets, to anybody. And we all praise your experience. Please, have some rest.
I am perfectly fine, and I am not too old for this job.
Si tu le dis.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
Allez.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Ouais. Question personnelle, pas encore. Votre vie à Londres. Alors.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Ok, pour le charme, c'est juste 2, c'est pas grand chose. Quelle est la situation dans les environs?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Ok, c'est un point de vue.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Alors, fusil de Milton. 315. Ah ouais. Des balles. Des trucs pour les améliorations, etc., etc. On peut aussi vendre nos trucs. Les munitions, c'est tout sauf le truc qu'on va vendre. Parce qu'elles sont extrêmement rares. Ok. Du coup, on a une mission secondaire. Bien.
If only I were young again. Just a dozen years or so.
Ok.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Et ça, c'est quoi? Dossier médical de T. Elwood. Thomas Elwood. Thomas sont responsables de sa défiguration survenue durant la guerre. Ok.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Dr. Reed, eh oui, c'est nous. Sinon, il y a les trois autres qui sont dans le même bureau. Ouais. Il a quand même certains privilèges, hein. Bon. Ok. Il y a beaucoup de monde.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Ok, alors.
Circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book. So many days. Never could keep anything from
Ok. Hôpital complet. Bon, ça c'est quoi? En recherche des infirmières.
My blood and soul.
Ouais, y a pas d'humain ici.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Voilà. Ah ouais! Carrément en fait, ok. La mort n'a rien de punition. Le vrai châtiment serait de ne jamais connaître son doux baiser. Il parle peut-être de la femme qu'on a rencontrée. Bon, du coup, faut faire attention en combat. Tant qu'on n'est pas trop puissant, faut faire attention. Si on est trop puissant par rapport aux adversaires, on peut se lâcher un peu. Et j'avoue que je me suis un peu lâché. 3 combattants contre 1. Fallait que je me soigne à un moment donné, mais je me suis pas soigné, donc bon. Ok, on a juste à patienter jusqu'à ce que ça charge. On va voir où est-ce qu'on en était à la fin. Alors, où est-ce qu'on est? Dites-moi qu'on a parlé avec tous ces gens. Ouais, cool. Cool. Bon, on va quand même se venger hein, avant de terminer la vidéo. Alors, est-ce qu'ils étaient ici du coup? Non. Ils étaient... par là. Il y en avait un ici. On va boire son sang. On va reboire son sang encore une fois. Là. Ok. Ah ok, c'est un peu normal en fait. Les ennemis ils sont au niveau 6 et 7 et nous on est que niveau 3. Ok, bon. Trouver le portefeuille perdu dans le jardin. On va commencer par celui-là. Voilà. Et voilà. Photographie dans un portefeuille. Ok. Rapporter le portefeuille à son propriétaire. La zone, elle est en quarantaine. Ok, chargement. Ouais, en même temps. L'hôpital, il est énorme en vrai. Hein. Il est vraiment énorme, l'hôpital. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait faire du coup? Fouiller les poubelles. Hôpital complet. Entrez chez vous. Ouais. Ça, c'est une autre entrée pour l'hôpital.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Question personnelle. Vous êtes prêteur sur gage?
I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Quel genre de choses vendez-vous ici?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Votre vie à Londres.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Ok. Rakesh n'a plus peur de la mort depuis qu'il a servi comme médecin militaire. Comment avez-vous atterri ici?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Vous travaillez seul ici?
Alone? Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Ok. De l'opium, de la codéine, une formule énigmatique. Bon, du coup, on va aller au bureau. On va poser des questions, tout ça dans une autre vidéo. Voilà quoi.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Fiole de verre. Article sur les écrans. Analysons de sang de William Bishop sur l'établi. Message du docteur Swansea.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
On va l'analyser. Sérum de régénération allégée. Des trucs qu'on peut fabriquer. Des traitements pour le sepsis, pour l'anémie et pour la fatigue.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
On est supposé faire ça et passer la nuit. Sauf que moi je fais ça pour sauvegarder. Eh ouais. On va re-sauvegarder, on sait jamais. Voilà, avec les Y. Bien. Du coup, voilà, c'était une vidéo plutôt longue, comme je vous ai dit au tout début. Quand j'ai le temps de faire de bonnes vidéos pour les gros jeux, je les fais. Pour DVD, je préfère faire une petite partie. que ce soit en survivant ou en tueur. Bref, je vais bientôt reprendre Spellwreck, si le matchmaking le permet. Sinon, s'il n'y a pas du Spellwreck, il y aura du Apex. À ce moment-là, j'aurai désinstallé Spellwreck. Mais bon, j'espère pas désinstaller Spellwreck en vrai, parce que c'est un jeu qui me plaît. Sinon, à part ça, je vais aller vous parler de quoi? Bah, c'est tout en gros, il n'y a pas grand chose. Le reste, j'en parlerai au fur et à mesure dans les autres vidéos. Du coup, on arrive à la fin de la vidéo. Donc, j'espère que la vidéo vous a plu et on se voit dans d'autres vidéos. Allez, à plus, bye bye.